Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today is a fantastic day to dive deep into the absolute madness that just unfolded on our screens. So grab a coffee, get comfortable, and let's get right into the thick of it. I cannot believe what I just watched. I am literally sitting here vibrating with a mix of absolute shock, pure adrenaline, and utter heartbreak. Did that really just happen? Am I hallucinating from staying up too late watching this show? Because I need to talk about this right now before my head actually explodes. We need to talk about Jason and Sonny Corinthos. We need to talk about the absolute bombshell that just dropped in Sonny's office. Because General Hospital just flipped the entire script on a dynamic that has been the foundation of this show for decades. Okay, let me back up. Let me just try to process this logically. Even though I am entirely operating on pure emotion right now, the scene starts and it's quiet. Sonny's in his office looking stressed, looking isolated, dealing with the absolute nightmare that is Jen Sidwell breathing down his neck and the constant paranoia about who he can trust. He's already doubting Rick, he's not sure about Ethan, he's just entirely on edge. And then the door opens and there he is, Jason, standing there in the flesh. For a split second, it was like the old days. The sheer, unadulterated relief that washed over Sonny's face was palpable. Maurice Bernard acted his absolute heart out in that singular moment. You could see the weight of the world just lift off his shoulders because his brother, his enforcer, his Tri-County ride or die was finally home. And then the shoe dropped. And it didn't just drop, it plummeted from the stratosphere and smashed everything to pieces. Because Jason didn't just walk back in as the mob enforcer we all know and love. No. He walked in and dropped the mother of all plot twists. He is the WSB agent. Jason is officially working for the World Security Bureau. I'm sorry, but what? I actually screamed at my screen. I've been watching this show for years. I have seen Jason go through a traumatic brain injury. I have seen him presumed dead more times than I can count. I've seen the whole Drew twin saga. But Jason carrying a badge for a government intelligence agency, it's completely insane. It's brilliant. It's terrifying, and it is so deeply messed up. Let's really break down how we got here. Because I know some people are screaming that this is out of character, but personally, I kind of think it makes a twisted sort of sense when you look at the leverage involved. Think about why Jason was in WSB custody in the first place. He took the fall for Rocco Falconeri. Rocco is the one who shot Ross Cullum on the pier. Jason stepped up to protect Dante and Lulu's kid, taking the heat for a crime he didn't commit, and he got shipped off to a black site because of it. And who is holding all the cards? Jack Brennan. Brennan is a master manipulator. He saw Jason sitting in his custody, taking the fall for a teenager. And Brennan realized he had the ultimate leverage. Brennan forced Jason into the secret deal. It was either become an official agent for the WSB or rot in a black site while Cullen potentially goes after Rocco. What did they expect Jason to do? He did what he always does. He sacrificed himself. But try explaining that to Sonny Corinthos. Oh my god, Sonny's reaction. The transition from pure joy to absolute devastating betrayal was excruciating to watch. Sonny and Jason have spent their entire adult lives fighting the law. They have fought the PCPD, the FBI, the WSB, you name it. They operate by their own code completely outside the bounds of government oversight. And now, the man Sonny trusts more than anyone else in the entire world is literally on the payroll of the very people who have tried to take them down for decades. Sonny feels so deeply betrayed, and honestly, can you blame him? In Sonny's eyes, this isn't just a compromise. This is the ultimate treason against their brotherhood. And the dialogue, when Jason looked Sonny dead in the eye and swore that his loyalty to him hadn't changed. I'm still your brother, Sonny. I'm still with you. Jason actually believes he can walk this tightrope. But Sonny isn't having it. Sonny's mind immediately went to the darkest possible place. You could see the paranoia creeping in. Is Jason wearing a wire? Was he sent here by Brennan specifically to monitor Sonny? Is this whole return just a WSB operation to finally dismantle the Corinthos organization from the inside out? The way Sonny looked at Jason, it wasn't just anger, it was grief. He looked at Jason like he was looking at a stranger. Am I the only one who is realizing the massive, rippling implications this is going to have on the rest of the canvas? Let's talk about Danny for a second. Poor desperate Danny. This kid has been losing his mind trying to get his dad back. He literally went to Sonny, trying to join the mob, wanting to take the law into his own hands to go after Sidwell. Because he thought Sidwell was the reason Jason was taken. Danny just caused a massive fiery car crash on Route 91 with Charlotte Cassadine because he was acting out, trying to be this hardened criminal to save his father. And now his dad is basically a federal agent. The irony is so thick you could cut it with a knife. Danny wants to be a mobster to honor his dad, and his dad just became a cop to protect his freedom. How is Danny going to react when he finds out? It's going to shatter him all over again. And wait, I am getting ahead of myself, but we have to talk about Carly. Carly is going to lose her entire mind. Can we just pause and imagine the scene when Carly finds out she is currently hiding Valentine Cassadine, a WSB fugitive, in her attic? She is in this insanely toxic, messy, blackmail-heavy relationship with Jack Brennan. She has been trying to cover up Danny's car crash. And now her best friend in the entire world, the man she loves platonically and sometimes romantically, is working for the man who is currently blackmailing her and hunting Valentine. Carly's brain is going to short circuit. Brennan is literally using Jason as a pawn, and Carly is sleeping with Brennan. The layers of betrayal and secrets here are absolutely staggering. I don't know if I'm dreading the Carly-Jason confrontation or if I'm popping popcorn for it, because it is going to be explosive. But let's go back to the core of this Sonny and Jason. This turns their entire dynamic into a dangerous game of cat and mouse. For years, they have been a united front. When Sonny gave an order, Jason executed it. Now, if Sonny orders a hit on Sidwell, does Jason have to report it to the WSB? If Brennan orders Jason to gather evidence on Sonny's operations, what does Jason do? He is trapped in an impossible dichotomy. He cannot serve two masters. He cannot be Sonny's enforcer and Brennan's agent. It is fundamentally impossible, and Jason is smart enough to know that, but he's playing for time. I mean, remember when they tried to put Jason on the opposite side of the law years ago? Remember when he first woke up from his coma after the AJ crash and rejected the Quartermains to become a mobster? He actively chose the criminal life because he wanted to be free from expectations. The WSB is nothing but expectations and orders. Jason hates being controlled. He hates being told what to do by authority figures. The psychological toll this is going to take on him is going to be massive. He is essentially a prisoner in his own life, again wearing a suit and a badge instead of a leather jacket. But he's just as trapped as he was in that black site. And Sonny. Sonny is so vulnerable right now. Jen Sidwell is out for blood. Sidwell blames Sonny for Marco Rios' death, completely unaware that Ross Cullum is the actual killer. Sidwell is making moves. He's threatening people. He's got Ezra Boyle running around. He's got Pascal looking to murder Lucas Jones. Sonny is surrounded by enemies. He needed Jason to come back and be his shield. He needed his general for the war that is currently erupting in Port Charles. Instead, his general just walked in wearing the enemy's uniform. Sonny is completely isolated now. He doesn't trust Rick because of the whole Ava misunderstanding. He knows Ethan has his own agenda regarding Sidwell and Holly. Who does Sonny have left? He is going to spiral. And we all know that when Sonny Corinthos spirals, people get hurt. I know some people are loving this twist because it finally shakes up the predictable mob formula. And honestly, I kinda agree. I hate seeing Sonny and Jason at odds because it hurts my heart. But from a storytelling perspective, this is pure gold. It forces both characters out of their comfort zones. It forces Jason to use his brain in a completely different way. He has to outsmart Brennan while protecting Sonny, all without Sonny realizing he's actually being protected. It's like Jason is playing 4D chess while Sonny is playing checkers and flipping the board in a paranoid rage. But what happens when Brennan pushes the button? Because, Brennan didn't just recruit Jason for fun. Brennan has a specific goal. Is Brennan using Jason to get to Pikeman? Is he using him to take down Sidwell? Or is Brennan actually aiming at Sonny and using Jason is just his sick, twisted way of twisting the knife? Brennan is so calculating. He knows that having Jason in the WSB neutralizes Sonny's biggest weapon. It is a brilliant tactical move by the writers. And I have to give them props for pulling a twist that I genuinely did not see coming. Let's just take a moment to appreciate the sheer tension in that office scene. The directing was phenomenal. The lighting was dark, casting shadows over half of Jason's face, perfectly symbolizing his new dual identity. The way they didn't even need to yell at first. The quiet, simmering devastation in Sonny's voice when he asked, "Are you wearing a wire, Jason?" My stomach literally dropped. The trust is broken. It might not be broken forever, because they are Sonny and Jason, and they always find their way back to each other, but right now, it is shattered. I'm typing this up late at night, and I am just so emotionally invested in this. I've been watching since 2015, And I have seen a lot of crazy plots, weather machines, memory mapping, evil twins. But this hits different because it's grounded in their actual character history. It's not mind control. Jason is making a conscious choice to do this, to protect Rocco, and Sonny is making a conscious choice to push him away out of fear and betrayal. It is raw human drama, and it is exactly why I watch soap operas. Am I terrified for what comes next? Absolutely. I am dreading the moment Jason has to actually enforce a WSB mandate against a Port Charles resident. What if he's ordered to arrest Carly? What if he's ordered to take down Ethan? What if he has to stand between Sonny and Sidwell and flash a federal badge? The possibilities for angst are endless. Okay, I need to breathe. I need to calm down and just process this. But seriously, tomorrow's episode cannot come fast enough. If this is how they are setting up May sweeps, we are all in for an absolutely wild ride. The cat and mouse game has officially begun, and I don't know who is going to survive it. Let me know if you guys are as stressed out as I am, because I definitely need to share this panic with people who get it.